Hello and hi everyone. We are from Group 12. Today we will present about the building that we have surveyed for this assignment, which is block H25 Kolej Tun Fatimah UTM. My name is Nur Amaina Salwa and this is my group member Azwa Farhanis, Jamiatul Rafia, Nur Safika and Nur Atira Alia. I will present about the introduction of the building that we have choose for this assignment. For this assignment, our group chose block H25 Kolej Tun Fatimah building. This building is known as one of the residential building at University Technology Malaysia, Skudai.
For building drainage and sewerage at H25 KTF, it was determined that the drainage system that was installed is a separate system. The separate system of drainage system offers several advantages and disadvantages. Firstly, it can help to reduce the risk of combined sewer overflow by separating stormwater runoff from wastewater. Second, Limited space in urban area may pose challenges for accommodating separate systems and coordinating the operation maintenance of two systems can be complex. For separate system, limited number of manholes was found, which is play a role in controlling wastewater and stormwater by diverting the flow through the use of valves and gates. For observation and discussion, which is one, evaluate maintenance and cleanliness, system performance in terms of water flow prevention, and for maintenance plan, which is implement regular inspection to identify any damage or blockage. Second, plan regular cleaning to remove debris and obstruction. And lastly, train staff for effective drainage system and maintenance.
Let me introduce you the part of fire protection system that have in Kolej to Fatimah. So before I go to the main part, I will explain you the type of fire protection system, which is active and passive fire protection system. So active protection system are widely used in process industry for protection of storage vessels, process plants, loading installation, and warehouses. The duty of the fire protection system may be to extinguish the fire, control the fire, or provide exposure protection to prevent domino effects. With an active fire protection system, some kind of action is taking place, while the passive fire protection system are known as building materials that are always present and available within the building, placed and located evenly within every floor of the building to be accessed easily by its occupants. Stationary materials designed to prevent the spread of fire and smoke. These materials do not rely on the operation of any mechanical device in order to be activated or triggered. They are used manually by the building occupants in order to take immediate action in case of any fire emergency of life-threatening situation. This is the list of active systems that are found in Kolej to Fatimah. Fireman intercom system, portable fire extinguisher, fire alarm bell, hose wheel system, smoke detector, a key switchboard, a fire break, glass point, external fire hydrant. So for the list of basic systems that are found in Kolej to Fatimah, there are fire resistant door, fire resistant escape staircase lobby, and emergency light and exit sign.
Now I will talk about water supply. Water supply is a system for gathering, treatment, storage, and distribution of water from source to consumer. For instance, homes, commercial industry, and irrigation facilities. There are three methods of water distribution, which are gravitational distribution, pump distribution, and combined distribution. This building uses combined gravity and pump distribution for high building. For high-rise building is a crucial aspect of the infrastructure. Some consideration should be focused on providing water supply to high-rise building. High-rise building require a robust water storage and distribution system to ensure a continuous and adequate water supply. Electric pumps are used to pump water from the storage tank to the upper floors of the building. The pumps create the necessary pressure to push water upwards against the force of gravity, ensuring water reach all floors effectively. Providing a reliable and sufficient water supply to high-risk buildings involves careful planning, proper design, and effective management of the water distribution system. It is important to engage qualified professionals and follow industry best practice to ensure the water supply meets the needs of occupants.
Elevator system is a type of vertical transportation system that is commonly used in a building. It moves people or freight between floors, levels, or decks of a building, vessel, or other structure. It is typically powered by electric motors. Some of the elevators have pumped hydraulic fluid to raise a cylindrical piston like a jack. Elevator system used in Block H25 Kolej Tun Fatimah is traction elevator. This type of elevator lifted by ropes which pass over a wheel attached to an electric motor above the elevator shaft. It is commonly used for mid and high-rise applications. This type of elevator have much higher travel speed than hydraulic elevator. The counterweight makes the elevators more efficient. These elevators installed link the five levels of the building. It is installed in the left side, right side, and center of the building. Elevator system components in the building includes elevator door. All lift doors are working well. Lift doors do not have sensors. For the maintenance and recommendations, the doors needs to be replaced because they look worn out. The door needs to be kept clean to maintain the appearance of the lift. Next is external control panel. The buttons of the panel is working well and functioning. The digital floor indicator is still invisible and functioning. The maintenance and recommendation is to make sure to do regular maintenance to make sure the button is working well. Next is floor button. The buttons are still working well and functioning. The numbers on the buttons are still visible and there are no missing buttons on the panel. The maintenance has to be done regularly for the button so that it can function very well. The next component is door open and close button. The buttons are still functioning very well. The symbols are still visible. For maintenance and recommendation, the buttons need to be maintained regularly. It is recommended to install door sensors so that the door will detect the movement into the lift. Next is alarm switch. The button is not functioning really well. The button needs to be replaced and recommended to use the latest version. The last component is air conditioning unit. There is a lot of dust on the ventilation and it is not functional really well to achieve its objectives to give comfort to the passenger in the lift. For maintenance and recommendation, the ventilation way needs to be cleaned and maintained properly so it can function well.
Next, I will explain about the ventilation system and air conditioning system in this building. First, I will explain about the ventilation system. Ventilation is a process of replacing the air within confined area to introduce fresh air into the building or room. There are two types of ventilation, which is natural ventilation and also mechanical ventilation. In this building, most of the ventilation system is using natural ventilation system. This is including window, doors, and also wall. The only mechanical ventilation that can be found in that building is a fan. Based on our observation that we have done on that building, there are some problems that occur on their ventilation system. One of them is most of windows cannot be opened properly because of rust. Other than that, some of the doors are broken. The vent wall also contaminated by mold and fungus. And lastly, some of fan are moving slowly. Next, I will explain about the air conditioning system. Air conditioning system is the act of changing the characteristic of air, particularly its temperature and humidity, to improve the quality of indoor air and create a comfortable thermal environment. Based on our survey, there are no air conditioning system that can be found in this building.